What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here, and welcome back to another news roundup. And today is going to be slightly different, as it's going to be more of a predictions video, because Nintendo has announced that they're going to be airing a brand spanking new Nintendo Direct tomorrow, April 1st, and they specifically say that it's not a joke. And what's the joke is that they're saying it's not a joke when it's really a joke, and if that's the case, then North America, Europe, and Japan will all be joining in on the fun, and for North America, it will be starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And for Europe, it will start at 0 hours CEST, and that's on April 2nd, so it's going to be a late one for you guys. And when Nintendo announces a Direct, they usually give us a tiny synopsis of what's going to be featured in it. And this time, it's going to be about upcoming 3DS and Wii U games. And then after the Direct, there will be a live Nintendo Treehouse presentation that will feature one of their spring releases, which will probably be Splatoon. But now it's prediction time! First off, we're going to hear about the Mewtwo DLC for Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U. Daddy Sakurai even stated recently that Mewtwo would release pretty soon, and he told us to please wait for an announcement, and he might have just been referring to this Nintendo Direct. They might just cook up one of those snazzy reveal trailers like they did with Mega Man, Shulk, Bowser Jr., and so on. And that way we can get our first look at Mewtwo in action, see some of his new moves in his final smash, which could be Mega Mewtwo X or Mega Mewtwo Y, and also a release date, which could be right after the Direct. That would get people pumped, and it would probably overload Club Nintendo again. Also, we can't forget that we're supposed to get a Miiverse stage in tournaments sometime down the line, so I wouldn't put it past Nintendo to release Mewtwo, the Miiverse stage, and tournaments all at once or around the same time. And hey Sakurai, if you need any Miiverse posts, just let me know. I got some good ones. Other than Mewtwo, we are definitely going to be hearing about Splatoon, and if there's one thing we need to know about the game, it's a release date. May is only a month away, so there's a very high probability that we're going to get a specific release date. Rumor has it that there might be a Splatoon amiibo, so we could be hearing an announcement for those and how they will factor into the game. And speaking of amiibo, we might finally get a release date for Wave 4 of the Super Smash Bros. Lineup, which includes Charizard, Ness, and so on. For some time, we haven't heard about Yoshi's Woolly World on Wii U, and as far as I can recall, Nintendo really hasn't talked about it since E3 2014, so we'll probably get an update on that game. Of course, we'll get gameplay footage of it, and they might unveil some new gameplay elements that were previously unannounced. And the game does also support amiibo, so they could talk about that. It might just be something simple like Kirby the Rainbow Curse, where you get a power-up. Yoshi's Woolly World is supposed to release in the first half of 2015, so there's a good probability that we'll get a more specific release date, and I'm speculating that the month will be June. Another topic that has a high probability of showing up is the second DLC pack for Mario Kart 8, which has the Animal Crossing content, like Villager and Isabelle being playable characters. The DLC pack is supposed to release in May. I don't know if they reveal everything that's in the DLC pack, they might just sprinkle that out until it releases, but they'll probably reveal a new track, a new playable character, maybe an inkling from Splatoon, or maybe some new cards, something like that. And then there's the release date. We need one of those. Beyond that, there's also Xenoblade Chronicles X and Mario Maker, and I guess there is still some stuff that they could talk about for Chronicles X, maybe like the different jobs you can do or something like that, and also a more concrete release date is a possibility. But as for Mario Maker, well, there's still some juicy goodness that they could reveal. If the game is shown off, they'll probably reveal a new template or two, maybe ones that aren't specific to Mario, like Yoshi's Island, or even something as oddball as Metroid. I don't really know what else they can add to the game other than a music maker, but I'm ready to be surprised. There is also Star Fox and the Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem crossover game, but I'm gonna say that Nintendo's gonna hold those back until E3. Maybe as a way of apologizing for the delay of Zelda Wii U, Iwata could come out and surprise us with an announcement of a brand spanking new game we had no clue about, like Paper Mario for Wii U. Hey, it could happen, just don't count on it. Now, here's the odd thing. There's only like 1 or 2 first-party games that are coming to the 3DS that we know of. There's the new Fire Emblem game, and there's also Puzzle & Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition. But that's basically it. So we need some bombshells, so it would be nice if we get some 3DS game announcements in this Direct. Maybe they'll confirm that they're publishing Final Fantasy Explorers and Bravely Second outside of Japan. And finally, I'm going to guess that there's going to be an announcement of a new Pokemon Rumble game on the 3DS and Wii U called Pokemon Rumble World. There is an Australian rating for the game, and also a domain name was registered as well, so there is a good chance of it appearing in this Direct. And the probability of it supporting Pokemon Amiibo is high. So those are just some of my predictions, and go ahead and sound off in the comments below and tell me what you guys are expecting to see in this Direct. I wouldn't expect there to be too many bombshells, they might just save most of those for E3. And that will bring us to the end of this prediction/news roundup video. And if you liked what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. And you can stay tuned for more videos in the future. I will talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye! Ow!